7 signs you are a highly intelligent Virgo. 2 Virgos can look at the same unfinished project and immediately see what is wrong. One begins correcting every visible flaw because imperfection feels impossible to ignore. The other finds the single issue affecting the entire outcome and deals with that first. Both are observant. But noticing more does not always mean understanding better. Finding mistakes is not the same as solving problems. Preparing carefully is not always the same as being ready. And helping someone is not always the same as making them more capable. An unhealthy Virgo corrects, prepares, and takes responsibility to reduce anxiety and maintain control. A normal Virgo naturally notices details, improves processes, and tries to do things properly. A highly intelligent Virgo knows what will make the greatest difference, and when more refinement would only waste energy, weaken confidence, or delay action. Your intelligence is not revealed by how many flaws you can find. It is revealed by what you do with what you see. And that difference becomes clearest in these 7 situations. Number 1, you find the small flaw causing the larger problem. A team keeps missing deadlines. Everyone assumes the problem is laziness, poor motivation, or a lack of discipline. An unhealthy Virgo begins correcting everything. They point out the late replies, inconsistent formatting, forgotten details, weak planning, and every small mistake made along the way. Their observations may be accurate, but the amount of criticism creates more pressure than clarity. They identify many failures without finding the one producing most of the damage. A normal Virgo carefully examines the process. They compare what was supposed to happen with what actually happened. They notice inconsistencies other people overlook and often prevent repeated errors. But they may give the same attention to a minor inconvenience and a major breakdown. A highly intelligent Virgo traces the sequence. Where does the delay first begin? Perhaps one person receives the information too late. Perhaps the instructions are unclear. Perhaps every later task depends on an approval nobody was assigned to give. They may still want to fix every visible issue, but they force themselves to ask which one is actually driving the outcome. Instead of demanding that everyone work harder, they repair the point where good effort keeps becoming wasted effort. The unhealthy Virgo corrects every visible mistake. The normal Virgo examines every part of the process. The highly intelligent Virgo finds the small breakdown creating the larger failure. Number 2, you know what deserves correction and what should be left alone. Your partner completes a household task differently from the way you would have done it. The result works. Nothing is damaged, nothing important has been forgotten. But the method feels inefficient. An unhealthy Virgo corrects it anyway. They may reorganize the work, explain the proper method, or redo the task themselves because the difference creates internal discomfort. They confuse "not my way" with "the wrong way." A normal Virgo sees several possible adjustments. They often raise the quality of the result and prevent issues other people would not notice. But once they see a better method, it can be difficult not to mention it, even when the current one is already functional. A highly intelligent Virgo asks whether the correction truly matters. Does this affect accuracy? Does it create risk? Will it cause confusion later? Or is it simply a different approach that still works? They understand that every correction uses something: time, patience, goodwill, confidence, or momentum. They may still notice the imperfection immediately. They simply refuse to treat every imperfection like a problem requiring action. The unhealthy Virgo corrects whatever creates discomfort. The normal Virgo improves whatever could work better. The highly intelligent Virgo changes only what meaningfully affects the outcome. Number 3, you build systems that real people can actually follow. You create a new routine for your work, home, health, or studies. Every hour has a purpose. Every item has a category. Every possible exception has its own rule. For 3 days, the system works perfectly. By the end of the week, nobody is following it. An unhealthy Virgo blames the people. They assume the routine failed because others lacked discipline, attention, or commitment. They keep adding more instructions, reminders, and procedures. The structure becomes more detailed but less usable. A normal Virgo creates order. They use schedules, checklists, categories, and routines to reduce confusion and prevent avoidable problems. Their organization genuinely helps, although the system may still require more effort than other people can maintain. A highly intelligent Virgo studies where the routine actually collapses. Are there too many daily decisions? Does one missed step ruin the entire plan? Is the reminder placed too far from the moment when action is required? They simplify what can be simplified, automate what can be automated, and leave room for difficult days. They may dislike removing a detail they know could improve the process, but they understand that a perfect system nobody follows is less intelligent than a simple one people can repeat. The unhealthy Virgo builds systems that demand perfect behavior. The normal Virgo creates order. The highly intelligent Virgo creates order that survives real life. Number 4, you correct people without making them feel defective. A coworker makes a mistake that changes the final result, or someone asks for your honest opinion on work that clearly needs improvement. An unhealthy Virgo focuses immediately on everything that is wrong. They list every error, use a disappointed tone, or speak as though the answer should have been obvious. The feedback may be technically correct, but the person leaves feeling incapable rather than knowing what to do next. A normal Virgo gives detailed and useful guidance. They genuinely want the person to improve, so they explain what should change and point out issues nobody else noticed. But 10 accurate corrections delivered at once can overload attention. The person may remember the embarrassment more clearly than the lesson. A highly intelligent Virgo chooses the correction the person can use now. They separate the mistake from the person's identity. Instead of saying, "You never pay attention," they say, "This step was missed, and that changed everything after it." They explain what happened, why it mattered, and what action should come next. They may still feel frustrated, especially when the mistake seems preventable. But they know defensiveness blocks learning. Their goal is not to prove they noticed the error. Their goal is to make the next attempt more reliable. The unhealthy Virgo shows the person everything they did wrong. The normal Virgo explains how the work can improve. The highly intelligent Virgo teaches the correction in a form the other person can remember and use. Number 5, you help without quietly replacing other people. A colleague gives you unfinished work again. A partner expects you to remember every responsibility. A friend asks for advice, then waits for you to organize the entire solution. An unhealthy Virgo takes over. They tell themselves, "It will be faster if I do it myself." And they may be right in the moment. But each time they complete someone else's responsibility, they teach that person to rely on Virgo's competence instead of developing their own. Virgo becomes indispensable, overworked, and increasingly resentful. A normal Virgo helps because they are reliable. They notice what is missing, organize the details, and often act before anyone asks. Their practical support can make life easier for everyone around them. But unfinished work creates anxiety, so they may accept ownership that was never truly theirs. A highly intelligent Virgo asks, "Am I helping this person become more capable, or simply making the problem disappear faster?" They offer a checklist, explanation, tool, or clear structure. Then they allow the other person to complete the task. They may have to watch someone work more slowly, make a manageable mistake, or produce something less polished than Virgo would. That can be deeply uncomfortable. But doing a task correctly for someone is not the same as teaching them to handle it reliably. The unhealthy Virgo takes over and becomes resentful. The normal Virgo helps because they are dependable. The highly intelligent Virgo supports competence without replacing responsibility. Number 6, you know when preparation has become avoidance. You have been preparing to submit an application, publish a project, launch an idea, or have an important conversation. The work is almost ready. It has been almost ready for months. An unhealthy Virgo keeps preparing because action would expose the work to judgment. They revise the same paragraph, take another course, build another spreadsheet, or wait until every possible question has an answer. Perfectionism begins to sound like responsibility, but underneath it is fear. A normal Virgo wants to be properly prepared. They check details, consider risks, and prevent mistakes a more careless person might miss. That care improves the work. But they may struggle to notice when the next revision is no longer changing anything important. A highly intelligent Virgo recognizes diminishing returns. They ask, "Is this change improving the work? What is the realistic consequence of this small flaw? Am I preparing or protecting myself from being evaluated?" They may still feel anxious when they press send, publish, submit, or begin. But they let reality test the work instead of endlessly testing it alone. They understand that some information appears only after action starts. The unhealthy Virgo prepares to avoid exposure. The normal Virgo prepares to prevent mistakes. The highly intelligent Virgo knows when preparation has finished its job and reality must take over. Number 7. You improve yourself without treating yourself as a problem. You fail to maintain a routine. You repeat a mistake you thought you had already outgrown, or you compare yourself with someone who appears more disciplined, successful, or capable. An unhealthy Virgo treats the failure as evidence that something is fundamentally wrong with them. They create harsher rules, criticize themselves more aggressively, and design another plan meant to remove every flaw. Self-improvement becomes self-rejection. A normal Virgo reflects honestly. They identify what went wrong, adjust the approach, and try again. Their standards help them grow. But they may still feel most valuable when they are productive, useful, disciplined, or visibly improving. A highly intelligent Virgo judges the behavior without turning that judgment into an identity. They can say, "This routine is not working," without concluding, "I am a failure." They ask whether the goal was realistic, whether the environment supported it, and whether the method needs to change. They still hold themselves accountable, but they no longer believe cruelty is the same as discipline. They understand that rest, enjoyment, and self-respect are not rewards reserved for the perfectly improved version of themselves. They grow because they value themselves, not in order to become worthy of value. The unhealthy Virgo improves through rejection. The normal Virgo improves through discipline. The highly intelligent Virgo grows without treating their present self as a defect. Being a highly intelligent Virgo does not mean you stop noticing errors, preparing carefully, helping people, or wanting things to improve. It means those instincts serve a purpose instead of controlling you. The unhealthy Virgo corrects in order to feel safe. The normal Virgo improves what they touch through care and competence. The highly intelligent Virgo knows what needs attention, how to make the change useful, and when the work is ready to be left alone. Your intelligence is not measured by how close you can come to perfection. It is revealed by knowing what needs improvement, what does not matter, and what is already enough. So, in which area do you recognize yourself most clearly? Diagnosis, correction, systems, feedback, service, preparation, or self-improvement? And in that situation, which version of Virgo do you become? Share your answer in the comments and tell us what highly intelligent Virgo energy looks like in your life.